Hey, what's up, everybody? What's going on? We are here. We are here. It is Thursday. That means it's time for another episode of the Love Entrepreneur Show. We are here. We got a special guest in the building. We got a couple of special guests in the building. So, what you're going to hear from our special guest today is you're going to hear about their experience with the Big Fix. You're going to hear what was the thing that they brought to the table for the team to fix. What was their experience like? What were their takeaways? We're just going to have a good time highlighting our guest tonight. All right. Listen, you know who I am. I'm Oliver Marcel. You know who Rob Howes is. We're here every week. And so you know who we are. But we're going to hear from Jody and we're going to hear from Rohan in just a moment. If this is your first time and you're like, who in the world is this guy? And what is this thing he's talking about? Well, we're talking about Love Entrepreneurs. And Love Entrepreneurs is a fellowship of business owners of, and I'm going to cover up the folk on the bottom just for one moment. It is a fellowship of business owners and entrepreneurs with the whole goal being to help ordinary people build extraordinary businesses. It's done in a number of ways. This fellowship is so instrumental in the lives of so many business owners. The signature dish, if you will, is something called the Big Fix. And that's what we're here to talk about tonight. We're here to talk about the Big Fix. Rob, good to have you, bro. How you doing?
Oh, it's great to be here. I love a big fix. Don't threaten me with a good time. All right. Okay. Let's do it.
Let's do it. Let's do it. And we're going to hear from Jody and we're going to hear from Rohan in just a moment. The reason why they are here is because they are fresh off of the Big Fix experience. And so when you get it fresh, you know, when your food comes out fresh, it tastes a little better, doesn't it? Right. So we're going to get the fresh perspective from Jody and Rohan in just a moment. So listen, let me share with you what the Big Fix is. For those of you who are like, man, these guys seem a little bit too excited right now. What is this thing that they're talking about? So if you think business mastermind, we're kind of familiar with the term, the mastermind term and the format of a mastermind. But think about it like this. Think about you now being able to come in front of a group of business owners and entrepreneurs from all walks of life, from all industries, and from all over the globe. And you get now to sit in the hot seat, share your vision for your business. And this is for anybody. This is for the person on one end of the spectrum who just has a business name and idea, to all the way on the other end of the spectrum, the person who's been in business for 20 years. You get to sit in front of this group. You get to share your vision for your business. You get to share any pain points, any challenges that you have, ask any questions that you may have, and share with them what you want to see happen as it relates to moving the needle in your business. And the group goes to work. What does the group go to work to do? Ideas, suggestions, potential collaborations, systems, and the list goes on. And we'll talk about what you can do with all that in a little while. Now, let me give you the wonderful news up front. This is not one of those things where we wait till the last and you got to be here at the last minute for us to tell you the good news. The good news is that it's free. Just felt like that needed a moment of silence. Yeah. It is free. Now, can you imagine getting that level of expertise, that level of input, that level of caring, and not having to pay a dime? That is the Big Fix. And we have some folk that are fresh off of it. So listen, I know I sound excited about it and you're like, oh yeah, maybe he's supposed to sound that way. Okay, I'll buy that. How about we hear from our guest? We're going to go to Rohan. Same thing, Rohan. Tell us who you are, how you serve the world. Share your experience as well.
Yeah, great, lovely. Yeah, so I'm Rohan. I run a company called Raw Corporation, and for the past 4 years, it's been a virtual assistance company. I guess I've come into Love Entrepreneurs and having my Big Fix because one of the most important things that have changed my landscape is that the ever-increasing AI is moving everything into a more of a digital era. And I guess one of my biggest passions is in that digital space, and I've been trying to shift my niche, shift my experiences into more of a digital offering. And I guess for me, my biggest challenge has been, how do I make that shift? I need help and I need some support from other entrepreneurs who would understand this area. And I came here to find out, am I going in the right direction? Is my proposition a good proposition? And I guess for me, 2 days with some amazing people in the room, including Ellery, who's just joined, has just opened up my eyes to all the wonderful possibilities, advice, and put me on a track of understanding, am I going in the right direction? And I've had probably going a little bit too far, but the overwhelm of input, advice, and sense checks whether or not I'm going in the right direction has just been phenomenal.
That's awesome. And again, like with Jody, we'll dig into how you feel like it will help in terms of moving the needle. We have Larry Kozlet here, the brainchild behind this. And so we'll let you share, because Illyri is in all of these big fixes. Just full transparency. I think I missed both of Jody's and one of Rohan's. Life has just been that way for me. But normally I try to show my face in as many of these as possible. Illyri, however, is the person, and we talked about this report, and we'll talk about it in a little bit what this report is. But this is the person who does that. So I'd love to hear from you before we dig into what Jody and Rohan got from that experience. Tell us what, from your vantage point, what the experience was like having these wonderful folks in the hot seat.
Well, it was phenomenal. Watching people like Rohan change, coming from a very, unclear, imprecise, I don't know what I want to do. I think I know what I want to do. I can't communicate what I want to do, to, hey, this is what I do. Deal with it. Is just really empowering. I love that, and that's what I saw. I mean, somebody came yesterday, our friend Heather came, and she said, "Oh, what's happened to Rohan? His eyes are on fire. He's sparkling. He's just come alive, And this is what this sort of stuff does, because I was talking to a lady earlier today, and most of these people who come to Love Entrepreneurs, right? They've got it, really. They're experts in their field. They know what they're doing. It's not that they are rubbish and they don't know what they're doing. The single point problem all the time is always the messaging. It's that little tweak of something. And that was brilliant. That came, we did a really good job. And then we did a good job with Jody too, to be fair. Although again, fantastic ideas. It's all up there. It's how to get it from up there to out there,
I love it.
At least that's how I saw it. I don't know what these guys are going to say. They might say, no, that was absolutely
So yes.
Awesome. I love it. What about you, Rohan? Sorry.
Yeah, so probably going to echo some of Jody's here, but yeah, there's coming into Love Entrepreneurs, and I'm not saying I'm a guru and I know everything, but there's an element as like an entrepreneur that, look, what do I need fixing? I was sure I knew enough to get by, and make those right decisions. But there was an element of, look, am I being a little bit too stubborn? One of my biggest goals was about, embracing and collaborating. I hear this so much in networking meetings and various different other walks of life that I enter, and trying to take that piece on to actually hear what other people can see from the outside into the business was really key at this point, because I'm thinking, how am I going to really grow this year if I'm not going to let anybody or open my ears and let me see it from the outside world in. And I think the first day, well, both days were, I think I understood what was going to happen, but when I explained and tried to explain my position, it was just the wealth of everybody hitting the nail on the head, understanding exactly what I thought those pain points were. They could see these, and just those little snippets coming out that, look, it's a messaging thing. Let's get what's in your head, because I could talk about what I do until I'm blue in the face, but that's not what it's about in the world. I'm mixing my messages, and 2 days and very similar viewpoints from lots of different entrepreneurs. We've really opened that up to go, do you know what? I really need to take stock here. I really need to understand and take this further. And having it's still brand new, and like the OP, I'm waiting for my report. I'm waiting for some one-to-ones in terms of exploring how that map and that journey.
I've sent you your report already.
Oh, Rohan's report is there, and we'll talk about what that. We'll talk about what that report is in just a moment. Rob, you've been a part of this as well. You sat in the hot seat and have been in countless big fixes as a contributor. What talk about just from your vantage point, talk about the advantages of even going through a process. So if there's any business owner, any entrepreneur that's watching this or watching the replay and like, man, do I really need this? Do they need this, Rob?
So, you don't know what you don't know, right? Bottom line. Now, we go through life knowing what we do know, and we feel like what we know is enough to know. Okay, stay with me now. Mm-hmm. That is enough to know for now. But to be growing in your knowing is what evolution is really all about. So in order to grow in your knowing, you have to get around folks who know either more than you or know what you don't know. Okay? Mm-hmm. So a big fix, an environment like a big fix, is going to provide you with people with insight that you don't have, because they're different perspectives, different ideas, different experiences that you then, which I did, was able to draw from. Right. And so just being in an environment of people who are genuinely trying to better you, you're going to get some kind of insight. It's going to be for your betterment. And so I found ideas, different strategies, and also some relationships, right, from this process. And that's what it's all about, So, I mean, that's what it's all, at least that's mostly what it's all about, in my opinion.
I love it. Yeah, man. I love it. And I would echo that as well. I've been in the hot seat 4 times. And I have been in countless of these experiences as well. And every time, no matter whether you're in the hot seat or you are a contributor in the process, you tend to walk away with something that you're like, I wonder if that would work for me too. And usually you get some of those types of ideas, and I get them all the time in terms of things that can be beneficial in moving the needle in what I do, right? And so for those of you who are watching this or watching the replay and you have not been a part of this either in the hot seat or as a contributor, there's information on the bottom of your screen. You can also reach out to me or anyone that you see on this screen and let them know, hey, listen, man, we saw this thing. You're talking about something called the Big Fix. We would love to be a part of it, and we'll make sure that you are a part of it. Now, what's this report that everybody's talking about? So we talked about what the process is, right? Now, once you've gone through the process, on the back end of that process, you get a report that outlines and documents everything that was talked about. All of the suggestions, all of the potential collaborations, all of the things that are necessary for you to move the needle. Now you have two choices. One choice, you can take that report and you can say, you know what? I got it. I'm good. I'm going to go off and be great, and we will cheer you on. It's Love Entrepreneurs. We love you. We want to see you thrive. We want to see your business become extraordinary. That's your first choice. Your second choice is that you can actually come back to strategically placed members of the fellowship and actually use their services to help move the needle in your business. So, for example, let's say, one of the things that came out of Rohan's Big Fix is messaging he talked about, right? So you can go and speak with someone in the fellowship that actually specializes in messaging. And then you can work with that person, do business with that person to help, fix your messaging. Now, can I make it even sweeter? I'm gonna make it even sweeter for you. That person is most likely a member of Silvertree. And with Silvertree, you don't actually have to come out of pocket with all your cash. I'm gonna give you a real world example so you understand, so we're not just talking in riddles, right? Let's say, for example, I am a messaging person and Rohan comes to me and says, hey, listen, when I came out of the Big Fix, it was evident that I needed to work on my messaging. I hear you're a great copywriter. Can you help me out? We have a meeting. We decide we're going to work together. And I say, Rohan, listen, normally what I would do for you cost $1,000. But with Silvertree, what I'm going to do is I'm going to charge you $500 and the other $500 in silver. Now, I know you want to know what silver is, and I'm going to tell you what that is in just a second. All right, let's get Barry Tate. Barry Tate is in the comments. Shout out to Barry Tate. Barry Tate said, I saw that transformation O'Leary was talking about in Rohan's Big Fix. It's amazing not only to be able to offer support to entrepreneurs like we do at Love Entrepreneurs, but to be able to see that support create or leave an impact right in the middle of the process is truly remarkable. It's truly the reach we do this. It's the reason we do this every week. You're right, Rohan. You're right, Barry. Thank you for that comment. Listen, I'm going to quickly share a video with you all that talks about Silvertree. And then when we come back, what I'd like you, Jody and Rohan, to do, we'll wrap it up when we come back. What I'd like for you all to do is just share how people can get in touch with you, number one, and just a piece of advice to other entrepreneurs who may be on the fence about doing a Big Fix kind of experience. Okay, so be prepared to share that on the back end of this little station identification break that's coming up right now.
Attention.
I just got some marketing materials for my business and I didn't pay any cash. That's right, you heard me. No cash. Imagine going into a mall that is designed just for businesses, and inside this mall is everything that you need for your business, from marketing and advertising to coaching to video editing to voiceover work to course development and everything that you can think of. Now imagine going into one of these places, asking for what you need for your business, and when you get to the counter, the person tells you that you don't need to pay cash. Now, I know what you're asking. How in the world is that possible? This is how it's possible. It's possible through Silvertree, a business community that creates the opportunity for members to do business with each other using an internal currency called silver. There are over 450 businesses that are a part of this community, and it's growing every day. How can you be a part of it, you ask? Click somewhere around this video and sign up for the next webinar so that we can introduce you to this new and incredible way of doing business. We want your business to be a part of this community, so we're looking forward to seeing you inside. That's a little bit about the Silvertree community that works hand in glove with Love Entrepreneurs. And if you happen to join late and you're like, well, what is Love Entrepreneurs? I'm going to share that with you because, you know, that's just what I do, right? So I'm going to cover up our guests just briefly again and talk about Love Entrepreneurs. It is a fellowship of business owners and entrepreneurs with the sole goal being to help ordinary people build extraordinary businesses. It is a phenomenal group of people. I can attest to that. I'm not just saying that. I'm not just reading copy. I am actually a part of this thing, and it is phenomenal. So if you want to be a part of it, you can go to that that website that's on the bottom of your screen. If you want to be a part of the Big Fix, you can reach out to me. You can reach out to anybody you see on the screen and let them know you want to be a part of this Big Fix. Hey, Rohan, sorry, man. You got to follow that perfect summation.
This is where you should have let me go first. I said I struggled with this, but Jody should have followed up on this one. No, but in all fairness, I'm Rohan. Company's Raw Corporation. You can get hold of me at rawcorp.co.uk. And look, coming to a Big Fix, coming to love entrepreneurs is if you're really serious about growing your business and you want the help, support from multitudes of people that you can leverage with support, advice, top tips, and trading silver, then there really isn't any better place to be than coming to love entrepreneurs. I'm going to be writing about this. You will see this if you're on my live stream. Get in touch with me. Follow those links on the bottom. That this is an opportunity, a genuine opportunity to grow your business in a new digital era. So love entrepreneurs all the way.
I love it. And Rohan, that's perfect, man. And I encourage you both to put wherever you see this posted, put your links in the comments for people to get in touch with you, or share it and do what you did, Rohan, and put the links in the bottom. Shout out to Raj in the comments. Raj said, "Well done, Jody. Thank you for being here, Raj." Listen, so we'll end it with a word from Rob, if you're able to speak, and then a word from Leary. Just just reinforcing this fellowship and what this space is all about, and encouraging individuals to make their way into the place to be. We'll go with Rob first, and then we'll do it, Leary.
Well, yep. Can you hear me?
Yep.
All right, good. Yeah, so mine is short. There's no time like the present. And I'm gonna go echo what I said earlier and what we all been saying. You don't know what you don't know, so get around people who are going to support you. Because we don't know what tomorrow promises. Tomorrow's not promised, and we don't know what's coming tomorrow, right? And so the way the world works and the way business works is, you have to be relevant and you have to be growing. And if you're not relevant, you're not growing, neither was your business, and that's not good. So I encourage you to get into a community of folks who care and are going to be able to provide support for you, your resources, and this is one of them. You get the networking, you get the resources, you get the support, and get it all together. That's it.
I love it. And wherever you're watching this right now, you will see Jody's website link in the comments as well. Rohan, if you want to drop yours in, we can do that, or we can do it after the fact as well. But make sure you're checking this so that you can get in touch with these folks. Larry, we'll kick it off to you to close us out.
Yeah, so I really endorse the idea of you don't know what you don't know. But equally, you don't know how big your business can grow until you really, really, really see who's in the room and how actually the room can help you leverage. I've built businesses just purely in silver, which are thriving. And I want you to be able to do that too. I've built businesses in community with people in love entrepreneurs, which are also thriving. So there's no reason if I've gone and done it myself. I'm an entrepreneur, but I can't do this on my own. I need other inspirational people around me who are also entrepreneurs to tell me, that's a crap idea, missus. How about doing it this way? Because what entrepreneurs will do for you, they'll never go, ooh, don't do that. That's terrible. They'll always come up with a solution of how you can do it better. Now that is love. We all need love in our lives, and we're all part of the boat. So let's not be part of the leaky boat syndrome, as Rohan calls it. Let's be part of the super yacht fleet and actually hang out with the winners and actually enjoy growing together, because that's what life's about.
Couldn't be said any better. And so I'm not going to say anything after that except for listen. You see the information at the bottom of the screen. You need to be a part of this Big Fix experience. We want to liaison with you so that we can help your business become extraordinary too. Listen, shout out to Rohan and Jody, who were a part of this and were the stars of the show tonight. You can go to the comments to see both of their websites. Make sure you check them out. Make sure you connect with them. Connect with myself and Rob and Illyria as well. We're looking forward to seeing you at a Big Fix and as a part of this wonderful fellowship.
Did you nearly say at a party? We're looking forward to seeing you at a party near you.
Hey, listen,
making their Facebook feed say, hey, what rave is on now?
Hey, let's do it. Let's do it. We need to have a party. We need to have a party. Let's get a party going, and the party's right here with the Love Entrepreneurs crew. So listen, we're going to get out of here. Let me get Barry Tate's comment. Barry Tate says, great show, guys. Congrats to you, Jody and Rohan. Thank you for being here as a part of that as well. Listen, we're going to end this. We're going to hear from a good friend of mine who's going to also share her experience with the Big Fix as well. And after that, we're going to bid you farewell. Thank you for being a part of this experience. We'll see you next Thursday with another set of folks who have gone through the Big Fix experience. Until then, may your business be extraordinary. We'll see you soon.
Hi everyone, my name is Elena Lafferty and I'm a high performance coach focusing on intuition at the subconscious level, working with men and women who have become stuck in reverse. So today I was part of this wonderful meeting called Big Fix, and I absolutely loved it because the flow of ideas and suggestions and examples was amazing and have created so much information that I can use for my business. It was incredible. So I just can recommend it if you ever need some help. This is the place to be. Thank you.